I got married, well, my ex-husband and I got married. I left him because of the abusive situation. And then I started dating my younger child's father, and I got pregnant, and I
So
told my
pause. They don't have
Yes.
the same father then.
legally, my husband agreed to get married with me before we got before I
Okay,
had my
let me ask this question directly because we're not going to do this, Tara. Now,
what?
do both of the kids come from the same sperm?
No, no.
Okay, so okay.
Okay, look. Come on now. It was not a hard question to answer.
Okay, so I understand there might be an adoption. So there's two different men. And again, shout outs to y'all in the comments because I missed that one too. Someone in the comments said that you changed that answer. I have to be very specific
Well,
and direct with these
my
questions.
daughter. That's why my youngest daughter's father was never ever in the picture.
But
But
Tara, that's fine. But you said you want a person that's honest. You
yeah,
sat up here and you gave a bold-faced lie. Tara, you have any kids?
yes, I do. Me and my daughter was just watching a show. She's like, she finally picked you. I'm not camera ready.
You pushed the request.
Yes, I know. I knew you were gonna say that.
You have okay. You said your daughter. You have one child,
I have two. I have a 6-year-old, and my oldest will be 12 in July.
a 6-year-old, and 12. Same mom. I mean, excuse me, same dad.
Yes.
Same.
Not really,
They're not
because
by the
if
same man. Your children are not
if
by the same guy. That's not a factual statement.
if if you knew like me and like my situation,
But she doesn't know you. Okay? She doesn't. And the question is simple. Yes. The answer is yes or no. That's it.
you
I
could. It's
understand.
kind of
First of all, Tara, first I want to say this. I picked on you because I see your name a lot in the comments. You're very positive. So I'm not trying. So I don't want you to take this as I'm being mean to you because I'm not being mean to you. I know with
I
women, whenever I have to have direct conversations with women, they be like, "Oh, Kendra, you're so mean." I'm not being mean, but one thing we not going to do, Tara, is play an imagination game. The question is very clear. And the
so can
clear
I?
question, hold on, and the clear
Yes.
question I ask everybody when they have multiple children is it by the same woman, same man? You said it is by the same man. They are
Mhm.
not by the same man.
A
That's fair to
fact.
say, right?
It's a fact.
Yeah. When I think about it, I don't think that way though because the situation.
Okay. Yes or no? I understand you don't think that way, but ladies, we got to just be upfront with it. What it is what it is. Again, I am making a judgment because again, you're honest. You're on here, because you're interested in dating someone and you're saying the kind of person you want, but they're looking at the kind of person you are. Okay, and you're giving too much and not enough. Okay.
Because in my mind it's like I only have one child's father. You understand what I'm saying? So when
No.
my people ask me that question, that is the answer that I give, and then I give an explanation like I was trying to give to you.
But you didn't
Because
give the explanation when I first asked you. You just said yes,
Correct.
and somebody in the comments picked it up.
I
That
had to kind of a little
so you
bit.
didn't so that's not
Okay. Stop talking. When you're speaking, when somebody you're not listening. Hello. I'm just saying. Women, we got to just a little.
true. You didn't say in the beginning they have the same dad. You didn't give the explanation. You left it at a yes, and we kept going with the conversation. So that's not true. So what you require is honesty, but you are not being honest. I don't think
I
you're being
always
honest with yourself.
story
Huh?
when I meet an individual, whoever it may be, and I tell them, because obviously I don't introduce them to my children right away, but I do tell them about them, and I'll tell them like this is what I expect, and I know this is complicated, but this is the story and this is the situation. And, I completely spell it all out. I never leave anything.
Let me tell you why this is going to be problematic. Just with this piece right here, it's too complicated. It's too complicated, and it shouldn't be complicated. Now, listen, I'm not saying in any shape, form, or fashion, whatever relationship she was in that, she talks about was abusive. Never. Never. Whether it be emotional abuse or physical abuse, psychological abuse or financial abuse. Never. Whether it be man or woman. What I am saying, you got to be upfront. You got to lay it all out. You can't be hemming and hawing. Say what it is. And you don't want, it don't need to be complicated because life presents complications in and of itself. When you're bringing in complications like this unnecessarily, you're not ready, sweetheart. You're not. And the person that you will attract will be the same type of dysfunction that you had before because you're not ready.
Till a mystery, because I feel like that's unfair. So, whereas our few minutes on here may not explain everything, I am the type of person that always explains everything.
Let me ask you a question, Tara. Do you think there's anything you have to work on yourself?
Absolutely. I think as a human being, we always have to take every single day as learning.
Okay, listen. I could be wrong, but that was very strategic, in my opinion, what Kendra is asking her. Because it is clear to me she needs to work on being candid, meaning truthful, completely, regardless of how she interprets it. Say what it is and then explain it. Say what it actually is and then explain it if necessary. Get herself together physically and mentally. I don't care that you think that, like TJ, who are you? You're not Slim Shady. No, I'm not. But I'm not competing either. But here's the thing. Even though I'm not competing, I still try to keep it as tight and right as I can in my 50-plus-year-old self. And I done shared with y'all that I'm in Wonderland, meaning my weight begins with a 1 as I'm still going down. But when I met Mr. Randolph, my weight started with a 2. Okay? So I'm still trying to get it together. It's you're right. We got to work on some stuff. But even when my weight was at a 2, that began with the 2, I didn't look like it because, 1, I'm tall. But I knew. So you got to present your best self. Particularly you're going on, just like, when the ladies calling to Kevin, come on now. No, what you calling to him for, that's your business. But, again, you got to be ready. When you got thousands of people watching, come on now.
Experience. I feel like it's never too late to learn. I feel like it's never a day to stop learning. So I always think that there's something that we can improve on every single day. However, that's where I was saying earlier about me kind of trying to work on myself in the meantime and not be pressed for something,
And see, when we talk about work on ourselves, what exactly are we meaning? Are we meaning just to sit and read books, or what are we actually meaning? Are we meaning that we're peeling back the layers of the onion to find out how did we get here? How did I get here? Are we working on ourselves saying, listen, yeah, I would like to be in a relationship, but maybe this is not the right time because I'm not emotionally ready, financially ready. I need to focus on my children.
If it comes, that's a wonderful thing. Love is definitely what I'm in search for. But
Okay, but you don't love yourself yet. You don't love yourself yet. And believe me, honey, I know that. because I was saying I wanted love and said that I felt that I was worth it, but I really wasn't even loving myself, because if I was, I wouldn't have allowed myself to pick the men I was picking, and or allowing certain men to pick me. Even though I definitely had my flaws, I've shared some of them with you. But it is clear that I did not love myself based on the choices I was making. Come through.
Because one thing you also said is that you feel like right now you're at your best. So what are some things you think you do have to work on?
I don't know, patience a little bit. Just trying to learn me a little bit better in a general sense, I think.
Okay.
Okay. I think you're a sweet woman, but I think you have a lot of things you got to get together. And one of the things I think you need to get together is you kept saying in your mind, like
right.
you have a vision of stuff in your mind,